Today on the show, we're going to be talking about Vision from the Young Avengers. If you didn't know that it's thanks to Vision and Kang the Conqueror that the Young Avengers even exists, then this show is for you. So Vision. There's actually two Visions. There's a Silver Age Vision who first appeared in the 1960s. He's kind of who the modern age Vision is based off of, but he's not who this video is about. But if you want to research him, his name is Victor Shade. We're going to be talking about Jonas, who is the second Vision, and he first appeared in the Young Avengers number 5 in 2005. So when Nathaniel Richards, the younger version of Kang the Conqueror, came to the present, he wanted to seek the help of the Avengers, but he just found the ruined remains of the Avengers mansion. So after a bit of a back and forth and after exploring the mansion, he found the remains of Vision and downloaded Vision's operating system into his suit. By doing so, he was able to find the plans that Vision had created in case the Avengers ever disbanded, and it's this that led Nathaniel into becoming Iron Lad and creating the Young Avengers. Soon after the group's first mission, they were actually attacked by Kang the Conqueror. So Nathaniel, to stop himself being tracked by Kang, took off his armor, and it's here that the armor became sentient because the Vision's operating system was still inside of it. Then Nathaniel went home to the future, leaving the armor behind, and this is how the new Vision was created. So the new Vision at first kind of had to stick with the Avengers. You see, Kang the Conqueror is never a good thing, and this new Vision was very much linked with Kang, so he needed to be under observation. After this observation, it was quickly revealed that this new Vision is totally different from the old Vision. You see, while he was more technologically advanced, his mind wasn't as mature. He didn't have the experiences of the old Vision, and while the old Vision's mind was based off of Wonder Man, this new Vision's mind was based off of Iron Lads. This, of course, meant he thought, acted, and matured like a teenager, as opposed to an adult. Then when Hulkling was captured by the Super Skrull, the Young Avengers would seek Vision's help in finding more Young Avengers, and this is when Tommy and Vision would both join the team. It's thanks to this team up and the team being more powerful than ever that they were able to stop a war between the Kree and the Skrulls. Now, for all of you that don't know, the Kree and the Skrulls have never really gotten along. I kind of cover that in my Nova video, so if you want more information on that, please check out that video. The Young Avengers are obviously in the Civil War, and Vision didn't necessarily do anything majorly important in the Civil War, but he did do two very important things that show just how badass of a character he is. First off, he joined the Secret Avengers, so not only is he now in the Young Avengers, he's in the Secret Avengers, and secondly, in the final battle, he was able to disable Iron Man's armor. Disabling Iron Man's armor is obviously a huge deal because everyone looks at Iron Man's armor and is like, oh my god, it's so amazing. But Vision disabled it. Following this, Vision decided that he really needed to find himself. So he traveled the world. He went to Wundagore, Japan, all over, until he eventually realized he wasn't the original Vision, but he was an Iron Lad. He was himself, so he adopted the name Jonas. Soon after this, Vision felt ready to date, so he went on a date with Cassie from the Young Avengers, whose codename is Stature, and she has the powers of Ant-Man. Cut a long story short, the date was cut by the two of them being attacked, and they would defeat their enemy, and Jonas was able to convince Cassie of his feelings. It is worth noting though that Cassie originally had feelings for Iron Lad, so she didn't like Vision when he first turned up because he looked like Iron Lad. Then in Secret Invasion, the Young Avengers were the only team to respond to the first attack on New York, which resulted in Vision being badly damaged. He had to repair himself, and was repaired in time for the final battle. Then Cassie and Jonas would join the Mighty Avengers and would be put in the team by Loki, like when Loki was female Loki. This resulted in the two of them splitting their duties between the Young Avengers and the Mighty Avengers, and in fact, in the Siege of Asgard, the two of them stuck with the Mighty Avengers, while the Young Avengers went off elsewhere. Then Children's Crusade would come about, which for all of you that don't know, is possibly one of the best story arcs for the Young Avengers, if not the best. So to give you a rundown on Children's Crusade, Wiccan and Speed are actually twins born by Scarlet Witch that were reincarnated, because when they were born from Scarlet Witch, they were actually killed. So what happens is Wiccan's powers go out of control, so the Avengers have to keep him under lock and key and watch. But then the Young Avengers break him out, so the Young Avengers go about looking for Scarlet Witch. The team go all over, and Vision isn't necessarily important in the search. However, the team do eventually find Scarlet Witch with no memories, no powers, and she's engaged to Doctor Doom. The Avengers would then turn up, and then the Doombots would turn up, and a giant battle would break out, and it would only stop when Iron Lad would turn back up. Iron Lad would then take Wanda and the Young Avengers into the time stream, hoping to restore some of Wanda's memories. Iron Lad would take her to just before she originally killed some of the Avengers, and this is where Cassie saves her father from ever dying. This of course works and restores Wanda's memories, and then the Young Avengers turn back up in the present. Wanda would want to make up for M-Day by restoring all mutants, but obviously nothing is simple in the Young Avengers. The X-Men, the Avengers, X-Factor, and the Young Avengers would all begin to fight, and Wanda was not having that at all, so she put everyone to sleep and went back to Doctor Doom to get back her reality warping powers. Doctor Doom actually ended up stealing what little abilities Wanda had left, and this resulted in another battle breaking out that was only ended when Stature had to give her life to defeat Doctor Doom. Iron Lad said the Young Avengers could just use Vision to jump into the time stream and restore Cassie's life, but Vision refused to open another time portal because he didn't want to warp reality anymore. So Iron Lad killed Vision. After this, Iron Lad left into the time stream saying that he was going to warp reality to suit his will from now on. After this, the remaining Young Avengers became full-fledged Avengers, and a memorial to Cassie and Vision was created. I think it's really sad the way it ended for Vision, especially with Cassie. He loved Cassie, and so the two of them are dead now. I think we could see him again one day. I mean, anyone can be revived at any time. It's not the end when someone dies in comics, fortunately. He's definitely not a newcomer-friendly concept for a character, but that's what's very interesting about the first run of the Young Avengers. Like, it's got really trippy concepts in there that people like me that have been reading comics for most of their life love, and then it's got kind of newcomer-friendly concepts that are very easy to understand. Like, the Young Avengers is the perfect icebreaker title between both comic book veterans and newcomers to the comic book world. Everyone can love it. If you want to read the Young Avengers, I have put a link down below to the monthlies of the first run of the Young Avengers, the second run of the Young Avengers, Children's Crusade, and Original Sins. Or you can buy this massive fat-ass collected edition of the entire first run. Honestly, I saw this and I just had to get it. And it's got like concept art in the back, and you don't get that in the monthlies. So honestly, if you want bigger versions, go and get this. I think it's nice to have things like this because I like to read before I sleep, but I always worry if I'm reading monthly comics before I sleep that I'm gonna fall asleep while reading it, then rip them in my sleep. So when I have stuff like this, it's a lot harder to rip it. Also, I'm kind of working on getting more manga and more trades to put in my bookshelf, just so my bookshelf looks a bit more relevant to the show, which is another reason why I got this, but I'm in the middle of reading it at the moment, so it's going to be upstairs for a little while longer. So yes, down below you can find mycomicshop.com links to all the Young Avengers monthlies and all the Young Avengers trades that I could find.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. If you think I forgot anything majorly important about Vision, please let me know in the comments down below. Also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history. Also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon so I can make bigger and better videos when I hit that A-list character goal, and subscribe to my gaming channel. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.